Days go on, I get even more bullish about the crypto market and even more bullish about the altcoin market. So before you sell into this next dump, you guys need to hear this first. Now, if you missed yesterday's video, then you would have missed me saying that I'm expecting a pullback around this time. We're in the timing window of an expected pullback for Bitcoin and ultimately our altcoins as well. We're going to find out exactly how low we can be going for Bitcoin, where we can long. But one thing we all need to make sure we're doing right now is not following the narratives, because there's going to be so many narratives now to explain the dump. And it's crazy, right? We expected a pullback to the all-time high, and now this is the narrative, right? European trade wars with US. What happened with the Chinese trade war, guys? It got resolved. Most likely this will get resolved as well. So before you start going into max fear, max panic, you go onto Twitter, everyone's saying, Donald Trump, give us a break, we're getting wrecked. Give it 2 weeks. It will probably be resolved. Now, it's very interesting when we do use the global M2, and it's even more interesting when you measure the pullbacks, guys. So we're expecting a dump. That's fine. You can see we're around here for the price of Bitcoin in relation to the global M2. So what happened? Global M2 printed a new all-time high, a slight high, and then it had a pullback of 5%, 5.88%. Now, from this slight high in Bitcoin, what would a pullback of 5.88% bring us, guys? It's going to bring us all the way here. So we can even put a little line on it, and it's going to be around 105k, which is a retest of the previous high. And what happened after this? It was a very, very swift recovery back to new all-time highs. And it broke these all-time highs, made it seem like it was nothing, continued on, has pullbacks along the way, as all price discoveries do, and continued higher. But what makes me even more bullish is the fact that we could potentially, as long as this doesn't get invalidated, be breaking down from a rising wedge, guys. What is the target going to be for the rising wedge? It's going to bring us to around 62%, which in turn is going to be another 1.5% dump. Even when you look at the ETH BTC chart, you can see here we're coiling, guys. So again, this could break down, right? It could break down, but it does look like ETH is ready to make its move pretty soon. And if we do break to the upside, usually we get these little fake outs before, dump back down, people start to panic sell. But on a true confirmation, guys, Ethereum is going to be having a monster move, right? Even if we just use the fibs, the 1618 target is going to be 0.28 or 0.028 Bitcoin per ETH, right? Even if we wanted to say this was some sort of bull flag forming and we broke it down from there, that's going to give us an even bigger target, guys, which is going to be more towards the 2618, 0.032. If Bitcoin stays at these prices, you're looking at between a 2.9k ETH to a 3.3k ETH, which would make sense. And again, going to be really good for our altcoins. And all you've got to do is just have a bit of perspective, okay? It's always hard at the lows to expect things to change. But so far, we've stayed on the right side on the channel, guys. If we've just been sticking to the plan, we hadn't given up, we hadn't started panic selling thinking Bitcoin was going to go to new lows, we've stayed on the right side of the trade. And it does look like altcoins do want to play catchy up time. And I know there's going to be so many of you guys who watch Camel's videos. I mean, I put a lot of my members onto Camel's videos because I think he does have a lot of good insights, not only in crypto, but in the stock market, in commodities as well. His indicator is showing that ETH has entered the window for a cycle low. If you want to find out what cycle lows are, just go and watch his channel. But it would make sense that coming towards the end of May, this is basically just before June, so we've got about a week for ETH to print a low. And if we do print a low, guys, I'm going to be max long in that thing. But another reason why I do think that we're going to be doing really, really well, why ETH is going to do well, why it's going to bring up a lot of the ETH ecosystem coins, myself and the members club have been buying some more ETH L2s, which I want high exposure to because I think they're going to outperform ETH and do really, really well. But you just look at the inflows, and the inflows for ETH are starting to pick back up. Obviously, it's going to be more Bitcoin, but ETF net inflows plus 1 billion, ETH plus 100 million. If you zoom out, then you're going to see that at the beginning of the year, we had a lot of ETF outflows. And when we did have that super pump end of last year for Bitcoin, you saw a lot of the ETF inflows coming in at the time or slash just before we got that pump, and it looks like the volume is starting to pick back up again. So now we're at a key point in the market for Bitcoin, for a lot of our altcoins, and I do believe that Altcoins are going to get a lot of growth coming up as soon as the things that we need to happen start happening. And that's number one, ETH starts to outperform. Bitcoin dominance starts to drop. Bitcoin continues to print new all-time highs. And in the cool-off periods, Bitcoin dominance starts to drop. So again, while it has been really boring, and I know a lot of you guys, you just want your altcoins to pump, and I'm here with you. I've got so many alts that I want to pump. I think the time is getting very, very near. But with that being said, when altcoins pump, it usually is at the end of the cycle. When these things pump maybe 2-3 months and then come crashing down. So the main thing we've got to do, we've got to stay on the right side of the trade. When it is time to sell, we don't get emotional. We don't say, no, it's going up more. You guys can manage your own risk however you do, but I'll be letting you know when I'm looking to sell. Right now, I'm looking to buy my last little bits of top altcoins / Ethereum, maybe get some Bitcoin longs in. With that being said, guys, I actually did partner with Weeks. Yes, you can go and check them out. No KYC, available in all regions as well. They've got deposit bonuses for all of you guys as like a special welcome for me joining Weeks. Just by linking your phone and email address, you're going to get between $10 and $100 absolutely for free by using my link. Guys, it helps me out more than you can imagine. So go and sign up for Weeks. You may as well do it. They're giving you free money. And if you want to trade and transfer, then again, they're going to give you up to a $200 bonus / a 20% deposit bonus. Trade 5 million and you're going to get a $2,000 reward, up to 30k in rewards. So that's my little plug. I'm going to be plugging Weeks a little bit more. I'm going to be exclusively trading with Weeks, and you guys can follow my trades. You can come and join in if you do want to. But that's a little one, free money for all of you guys. That's it, guys. We're getting to the very exciting part of the run. Again, let's not get shaken out in this dump that's expected over the coming week. Let's try and use it to our advantage, or at least just hold on for that one last hurdle. Again, if you found anything in this video useful, click that subscribe button, leave me a like, a comment on the video. I'm see you tomorrow. Peace.